Hello and welcome to Affinity. Let's have a look here at this picture here and see if we can do something interesting with it, maybe a bit creative. So this is done with a fisheye lens with a camera laid on its back looking straight up to the skies with some bluebells around. So imagine this is sort of like a little bit mystical and swirly or something. How could we do that? Let's do it anyway. So we'll start off, let's just brighten up the thing a bit. So I'm going to go to adjustments, curves. It's putting it above there, that's fine. And we're going to, I want to make the bluebells a bit more visible here. So just looking at this one here, and we'll bring the rest of it down a bit. It's going to be a bit weird overall, so we're looking for kind of strangeness, but that's brought that around here. But what about the middle? I know what I'm going to do with that. I am going to put some sort of darkness into the middle here, and we'll do it with a gradient here. We'll right click on here and go to the ellipse tool, then put that in the middle of that circle of trees, Control Shift and drag outwards to whatever size we want there. Then I'm going to put a radial gradient into this. So I'm going to go to the fill gradient, I'll say radial gradient, and starting this one here I want one of them to be black. There we go. So that's black in the middle going outwards to white. And by the way, if this starts off the wrong place, sometimes it starts at the edge. If that happens, go to the gradient tool here and you can drag the middle to where you want it to be of this shape. Anyway, so we're going to go with this one, the blend mode, just go down, see there, darken, and multiply. Multiply is better, that gives you that dark area there. Let's make this a bit bigger, so Control Shift, drag the corner out. So you can see this effect here. It's a bit black in the middle, isn't it? So let's change that. So we'll go back up to the fill, this end here, change the color here. I'm going to drag the green up to make it green, so it's like a dark green. And there you go. You can see the center now is not completely sort of disappeared to a point. So how's that for effect? What I'm going to do is, in fact, I'm going to Control J to duplicate that layer, and drag that in a bit. It's a quick way of making the center a little bit darker, and then I'll go down to the opacity and pull that back a little bit, just kind of playing with this. There you go. Now then, what I want to do is to sort of swirl these things a bit. So I'm going to go to Live Filters and go to Twirl. And what I do here, I can click on the center where I want the center of the twirl to be. And then if I play around with the angle, where's that going to be? Oh, it's gone down there, hasn't it? It's appeared off here, so I'm going to drag that up to the top. There you go, it's better. Now, if I turn this, you can see in the middle there's a little bit of swirling there, but it's far too small. Let's wind the radius up. There you are, you can see the effect there. And so we just want a little bit of turn there. In fact, it's a little, I'd still like it to go further, but it's fully up. But if I can type on this here, let's say make that 1500. There you are, that's a bit better. So it's almost like the trees have got a little bit of life in them. They're sort of like it's being sucked into some sort of maelstrom. There we go, that'll do. There you go, that's that. Let's make the outside just a little bit brighter here, and I'm going to do this very quickly. Put in adjustments and put a brightness and contrast, so it just goes just above that. And I pull the brightness up just a bit there, so that, because this is on top, this bit here, so it stays darker. So this makes this a little bit weirder, and we'll go back to the bottom here and we'll do a sharpen. Let's go to the unsharp mask, and put this down here, that's fine. And we'll turn the radius up, because we make it so you can see that. See, it makes it a little bit weirder, pulls out these trees here. Factor is What is that going to do? That's going to make it a bit darker here, and the threshold, that's going to ease it off. It's not going to make it not quite as bad. Yeah, that's okay. So there we go. There's a sort of interesting thing. We can play with this further. We can go to this one, go to the move tool, then I can find the edges of it. I can bring that out a bit if I want, and just play further with it. This one here, maybe not quite as dark, just in a little bit. Anyway, there we go. That's a pretty weird kind of picture, isn't it? It's like sucked into the Maelstrom. Anyway, that's enough for that, and just a little bit of fun. Thank you very much for watching.